What fears are you currently facing, and how do you plan on getting over them? So, this is a question I'm also asking myself. Right now, I'm facing the fear of emails. So, I'm scared of sending emails, replying to emails, or even receiving emails. And I am getting over this fear because I don't like it. It's stopping me from success. And I've now realized I've had other fears and I've gotten over them. So I will be sharing with you guys some of those, and if you guys share some of those fears, which you probably do, because Napoleon Hill wrote about them in Think and Grow Rich, saying these are some of the most common fears that humans share. And I'll share with you guys some of the lessons, and I'll apply those lessons to actually get over my fear of emails, and you can use them to get over those specific fears or other fears that are also irrational. So the first thing that I feared, which a lot of us fear, is the fear of poverty. So for me, that was tied to the idea that if I fail in business or if I fail in life, then I would live in poverty, and I did not want that. I've lived in poverty, I did not enjoy it, and I don't want to go back. So that was like a fear of failure, and that was stemmed from poverty. That being said, I changed my mindset, and I thought to myself that, okay, I was poor, and it's supposed to be so terrible, yet I was able to go through it, and I'm here, and I didn't even really care that much about it. And so that allowed me to change and think about it more of a, okay, it already happened. It wasn't that bad. And then my mindset changed to, once I started reading about Andrew Carnegie and like Jay-Z, Ye, and seeing that they started from the bottom, right? They're started from some, in the sense of poverty or bottom, and they rose up. So it became a source of strength, a source of motivation. So whenever things are going really bad or I fear something, I'm like, okay, you fear this, yet you've experienced it, you're okay, you survived, and you're here. So it's not that big of a deal. So that's how I dealt with it. Hopefully this helps you deal with that fear if you've had a similar life experience. The second one was fear of criticism, which a lot of people also share. And for me, it spiraled is not the right word. It showed itself through social media. I consumed a lot of content, and I was always afraid of producing, thinking that people would judge my appearance, judge what I'm saying, think that whatever I'm saying is terrible. And even success, I was afraid, what if I become successful and people know me? And that changed to now me creating content, and that was because of seeing people like David Chance and Alex Hormozi and Myron Golden, who speaks on the importance of creating content. And actually being part of the morning meetup was a really, really big reason as to why I started creating content. Because David, who's the host of the Social Proof podcast, was a person who did that thing that I wanted to do. And he was doing it every day, and he was talking about it all the time, and he was always telling us the importance of doing it, and he's still telling us the importance of doing it. So I kind of just started doing it because I was in the environment, and he also mentioned the monetary gains from it. I was like, whoa, like these two things, okay, sounds great, let me do it. And seeing Alex doing it too, and that's allowed me to actually do it. Just being in a place where other people didn't have that fear. And now I don't really care. I can film myself, I can record myself. I also love listening to my voice. A lot of people hate their voices when they hear it. I love it. So that's good, that's great. And the last one, I fear that's very common that a lot of people have gone through, and is the irrational fear of death. So from our current understanding of death is we're all gonna die. So how can we fear something that is bound to happen? And I I did. I feared it completely. I was like, what's gonna happen after I die? Which is a common theme in human history. And then one day, one lucky day, I decided to race a car down a hill on my bike without a helmet. And I found myself on the floor, my head bleeding, surrounded by people. And in that moment, I thought, wow, I could have. Well, I was thinking I was dying. I was thinking that I was dying, or I was going to be paralyzed because I was bleeding from the head and being surrounded by so many people. And this made me realize that I was actually dying every day, because that's all I was thinking about. I was thinking about how tomorrow could be the last day, and this manifested into me not doing anything towards achieving my dreams. I would see these visions, and I knew that if I walked, I should get there. And the problem became is I told myself, okay, if I walk and I die tomorrow, I will be dead. So what's the point of doing anything today? And so that was the mindset. And in that moment of dying, it made me realize that I can die any moment, first of all. So that it was like, that's true, I can die any moment, I can't plan for it. And also that it wasn't that scary to die. It was just death. So that allowed me to actually stop thinking about death. So that was the first step. And the second step was now to realize that, to think, what if I don't die? Do I really want in the future to be like this, to stay in the same spot that I am? And the answer was no. So my mindset was, okay, it doesn't matter if I died today. Like, I still was thinking about death to a certain degree. It was lessened. And so I was like, okay, what if I don't die? What if I keep not dying? So I want to make sure that I'm headed towards these dreams that I want to manifest. And then death became solace. I've since then experienced sometimes where I thought I was going to die, and I was okay with it. I was not happy. I was okay with it. I was at peace with it, because I saw myself as though I'm walking that path. And if I get killed before, or I die before then it's whatever. I was still gonna go to that destination. I was still gonna arrive at my goal. And I don't know if I wouldn't actually arrive, because death made me, I see it as just I won anyways, and there's no loss. So now with the fear of email, I realized the cost of that. Like, I've listened to people I look up to, and they're like, I've earned millions of dollars through email marketing, and I was stopping myself from that because of a fear. So I don't want to do that. And since for me, nearly dying was what allowed me to get over that fear of death. What I'm planning on doing with the emails is actually writing a bunch of emails, and at least 20, and share it with you guys what those are, and actually send them out. And this will facilitate that, because I know, in objective view, by doing this, in 6 months, I'll be so comfortable writing emails that I would wonder why I even had this fear in the first place. So I'm excited to do this, and I'm excited that you guys learn how to face your own fears and how to conquer them, because you've done it before. You can keep doing them, and hopefully my experience has been able to help you.